Hey, JC Star here. Listen, all you good men out there, it's hard to be that way in today's world. But that's who you are, and you don't want to change being who you are, no matter what. I get it. But being that case, you need to stop needing validation from a woman to prove you're right and she's wrong. That's the trap that holds you locked into her abuse. You know, most bad women are narcissists. And doing that is a trap they keep you in. They keep control of you. They control your emotions. You know, as long as you keep defending, trying to prove you're right, she's holding the power. I'm no relationship counselor or anything like that. This is experience I'm telling you from. You know the old saying, good guys finish last? There's a reason for that, even more so now in today's world. You think being a provider, a giver, get you something. You know, long time ago that might have been real, might have been fact a long time ago, but now women ain't the same anymore. People aren't the same anymore. And you good guys are just trying to do the right thing. You just do the right thing all the time. I know, I was there. Always trying to please everybody. Everybody. Family members. I mean, you just have to please everybody. Being a good, peaceful, kind-hearted man is okay. But you have to learn to set boundaries. You have to learn to care about yourself enough to set boundaries. And where do you get off anyway? Thinking that you have to please everybody to be liked. Man, you listen to me. You listen to me hard, because I'm telling you, it ain't the way. You will live in chaos with your head down, always beating up on yourself, asking why. Why did they do this? Why did they do that? I gave. I was good to them. Why? I'll tell you why. Because you ain't got no boundaries. You ain't got no self-respect. You don't value yourself. You value giving up yourself for validation. And that's why you always got your head down. You have to stop and think about yourself. Tell me something. Go back and think about all the things you did for so many people. Go back and think about that. And then I want you to answer me one question. What did you ever get out of it? What? You tell me something good you got out of it in your life. Putting everybody before you. What did you get out of it? Giving, and taking away from yourself. What did you get out of it? Were they there when you needed them? Did you get something out of it that way? What about when you needed them? All of them. What did you get out of needing them? I don't even have to tell you because I already know. I've been there. You don't get a goddamn thing. You don't even get respect. You get nothing talked about. You have to learn how to stop thinking and putting everybody else before yourself. I learned it the hard way. Now, my circle is small, very small. Painfully small, but I'm okay with that. Because a couple people I got in my life are there for me. And I don't have to have anything for them to be there for me. They're there for me because they value who I am to them. I don't have to give them nothing. A couple people like that is worth more than 1,000 fake, phony people that only likes me because I'm a giver. Because I'm kind. Because they know I'll put them before myself. Just a bunch of fake people. Learn to value who you are, yourself. That's how you get out of the trap. Enforce your boundaries. Take care of you first. You first, all the time. You come first. And to others that don't see your value, you come first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, and eighth. Because if they don't see your value, they're not valuable to you. They'll only pull you down emotionally, physically, or psychologically. Your standards should never be negotiated by anyone abusing you, disrespecting you. Think about it. How can she or they abuse you if you think about yourself and just walk away? Don't listen to nothing they got to say. Don't defend yourself. Why do you have to defend yourself to them and their stories that they create? Why do you have to defend yourself? When you do that, you know what they see? They see an insecure, weak man. That's how they saw me all the time. Every time I opened my mouth to defend what I felt was the truth, what was the truth, that's what they wanted. That is what they wanted. I played right into it. And the more I played into it, the more they pulled me into it. Then you go around and you're hearing all these stories about yourself. Like I did. All these stories about me. I did this, I did that, I'm whatever. I used to get mad. But thank God I didn't go out there and try to defend myself. I just tried to defend myself to the person, which was still bad. Because the more you do that, the stronger they get. It's food, man. It's food. Every time you do that, you're feeding the ego. And the more you do that, the more you feed them, the more bullshit they put out. And then you're walking around with your head down, wondering, what went wrong? Where did you go wrong? What did you do wrong? How could they do this to you? Because you gave them the keys. You gave them the keys. The more you fight and try to prove things to them, the more you're giving them something called familiarity. Familiarity is learning who you are. They get more familiar with you. The more you do it, the more familiar they get with you. The more familiar they get with you, the more entitled they think they are. And the more entitlement that they think they have over you, the more they disrespect you. And I ain't got to tell you how far the disrespect goes. Smear campaigns, everything. Because when you start realizing how to value yourself and put yourself first, then people like that get confused. They get very, very confused. You start ignoring the bullshit. Ignore it. Walk away. Don't say nothing. And they get all confused. Because you know why? They ain't got that power over you no more. You ain't acting the way they expect you to anymore. The way they know you would be. You know, lots of people out there lost themselves in relationships like this. Just completely, totally lost who they were. You, 1 minute, 1 year, when you first met this person, whoever they are, in that relationship, you think about how you used to be. Happy-go-lucky. Everywhere you go, you shine. You shine your light. People smiled at you. Everywhere you went. Wow, he's so down to earth. You know, you stayed looking young because your spirit was so high, that you didn't age. People would see you and be shocked how old you are. and how good you look because your spirit is so good. But these people will tear all that shit up. They'll tear it up to where you don't even know who you are no more. You realize what you wear and you see what you are today. And it ain't good. You lost everything you were, your spirit, everything. You became about you. You didn't care. You stopped caring about what people think and putting them before you and pleasing them. And you start thinking about yourself. Because let's face it, if you don't, nobody else will. So you have to put yourself first. Don't worry about nobody else. You treat people good the way they treat you. Leave all them narcissistic people alone. None of them have your best interests at heart. Anybody that don't have your best interests at heart, you do not need in your life. You get rid of all that crap. You people out there that's been going through this for so long, aren't you tired of it? Aren't you? Stop negotiating with who you are to anyone. You don't need to prove yourself to nobody. You know who you are. I know who I am. My mother raised a good man. And I spent many years questioning myself, dealing with people like that. I aged. Man, I used to love the way I looked because I never aged. My spirit was always so high. When people ask me why I look so good, I say it's my spirit. I ain't seen my spirit in 12 years. I see it now. I see it now. But I lost my spirit a long time ago. Didn't even know it. Because I was busy trying to prove I'm right to people who don't care. They don't like you being right. They don't like you shining. Because they can't shine. Oh yeah, they got their own way of shining. And it's all manipulations. All of it, manipulations. Because they can't shine being themselves. They got to manipulate. And they're masters at it. They're the best. Right alongside of the devil. The devil's the best, and they're right alongside of the devil. Stop torturing yourself with them. Man, I'll tell you. Once they get familiar with you, they know everything they need to know to manipulate you, to abuse you. They know how much you could tolerate. They know how many chances you give them. They know you'll take the shit over and over and over again. You won't go nowhere because you're too busy trying to prove you're right. They know how you'll react. Professionally, they get so good at getting familiar with you that they're professionals. What you'll do, what you'll not do, they know everything about you. And all the time you gave them the keys. The familiarity comes from deception. Because the more you explain yourself, trying to be understood, the more entitlement they'll think they have over you, and the more they'll disrespect you. Remember, emotional control protects your reputation. Let them see that they can't manipulate you anymore. They can't get a reaction out of you. Hold your head up high. Start walking away. Shh. Learn how to be silent. Think about that. If you're silent, and you don't listen to anything they say, you're just silent. You walk away. You ignore it. Because you ain't got to prove nothing to nobody. Why do you have to prove yourself to them? Shh. If you're silent, can they manipulate you? Can they pull you in? If you walk away, can they pull you in? Can they manipulate you? They'll talk about you. That ain't never going to stop. Because the more silent you are, the more tricks they're going to try to pull you back in. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. Nowadays, being a provider is self-destruction. Be a provider to yourself. Build yourself up. You always come first. When the right person come along, you'll know. You'll know. You know how you'll know when the right person comes along? When they don't want anything from you but you. When they give to you and not want anything in return. There's people out there like that still. Oh, good old-fashioned people is what I call them. They're out there. Don't go looking, though. Looking is self-destruction in today's world. The right one come, it'll be unexpected. No warnings, no anything. It'll happen like a miracle. No red flags. Everything will be perfect. But you got to be careful. If it's too good to be true, it usually is. But you'll know the difference when God sends the right one your way. You'll know. Because the first thing you're going to notice is you ain't got to prove who you are to them. Because they see you for who you are. You know, everybody used to see me for who I am. Everybody. But I've been beat down and taken down for so long that I just disappeared. You know, everybody's probably wondering what happened to him? What happened to James? You know, we don't see him no more. Where'd he go? He's not on Facebook all the time. What happened to him? I went under my rock. I let him run me under a rock. And that's where I stayed. I lift my head out of that rock like a turtle. Long enough to go do what I gotta do. And I hurry up back and go right back up under that rock. That's how bad these people are. The only good thing I can say about all that is I wasn't out there in public defending myself. Because I felt like I didn't have to do that. I had to do that to the person. Family, all that. I never felt I had to go out there and prove anything to the world. You know why? I could give myself that much credit because I don't have to prove nothing to anybody out there. I didn't care if anybody out there liked me or not. So at least I had that much that I was able to hold on to. I only proved myself to the wrong person, the manipulator. I felt I never had to prove myself to anybody else out there because I didn't care. I guess you could say, in a strange, messed up way, I was fighting for the abuser. Yeah. I don't care how smart and intelligent you are. When you're dealing with people like that, you can mess up and lose yourself. These people are professional demons, is what I call them. They get their skills from the devil. Anybody who does wrong, and no matter how good they are at doing wrong, their skills come from the devil. That's all there is to it. And the devil's number one weapon is manipulation. Divide and conquer and manipulation. And these people do know how to divide and conquer too. Turn everybody against you. Family, friends. They're good at that. So is the devil. I came out of my rock, but I came out a different man. I came out stronger. I have a PhD in detecting bullshit now. You know, you do grow from this. You come out a much stronger person than you were before all that nonsense. How could you not? Depending on how long the nightmare you lived in. I see things as they are now. I never question myself. I never defend myself. I don't have to. I know who I am. God knows who I am. And the small few people in my corner knows who I am. And we're all givers to each other. And don't expect nothing in return. We look out for each other. We help each other. I remember now, back in the 70s, where friendship was badass. Y'all remember that? If you're my age, you remember that? When you had a friend, man, you had it all. Friendship was tight back then. I forgot what that was like a long time ago, but I know what it's like now. Because I got a couple. But a couple is more than 1,000 fake ones. Peace in this world is hard to come by. When you're a peaceful man, good man, a giver. People today don't like that, man. They want to steal your peace, rob you from your peace. So you got to stop thinking that you need acceptance from other people, man. The only person that is truly going to give you your peace is yourself. You don't need to be around the crowd to have peace. Peace within yourself. I found that peace. And me today, the way I am today, ain't nothing in this planet at 67 years old today. Nothing to me is more important than my peace. And anybody that I know in my life who tries to step on my peace, I erase them. No quarrel, no words, no nothing. Out of my face. At 67 years old, I don't know how much life I got left. But I do know I want to try to enjoy it in peace. And I ain't let nothing destroy or anyone destroy my peace. And you don't have to feel this way at 67 years old. Feel this way about your life right now, today, no matter how old you are. If you always put yourself first in today's world, because it's not the same, you'll be fine. Stop trying to prove your worth. If you have to prove your worth to somebody, then that somebody is a nobody. Stop trying to prove your worth to nobodies. Because the people that knows you and truly cares about you in your life knows that you are somebody to them. And if they can't give you that, then they don't belong in your life. Period. You guys, stop trying to provide and get validation from people. Let's face it, man. From people that just don't really give a damn about you. Come on, think. You really know deep in your heart who cares about you and who don't. So stop fighting for the people who don't. Hold your head up high and walk tall. You come first. I don't care what kind of problems they tell you they got. What about when you have problems? Are they there? So why do you think you gotta be there for their problems? I'm being as direct as I can to hopefully save a lot of good men out there from making the mistakes that many good men do, including me. You don't have to go through the nightmare everybody else did if you listen to what I'm saying today. And protect yourself, your heart, your peace, and everything you accomplished in your life. Because they'll take that from you too. If they can, if you let them. I don't have nothing else to say. God bless you all.
Thank you for watching. I appreciate you joining me here today. This has been Telling It Like It Is with JC Starr. I will see you next time.